Microsoft has definitely been improving the look and feel of Microsoft Dynamics 365 for some time now. The unified interface is a large step forward. I think almost everyone agrees. But there's some little things that they've been doing too that have just made it very interesting at the presentation layer. So what I mean by that is, I'm just going to give a quick example. So what we're used to for years and years and years now is just being sort of locked into a look and feel with respect to these views. So this is a set of data. We've got a set of data here that has a current stage. And let's just take a look at one of these leads, and we'll see how that's realized in the interface. So in this particular case, we've got inspire, we've got develop, we've got execute, we've got accelerate, and we've got sustain. So this is just a series of stages and steps that is a business process flow, and these may have some meaning to them. And when we look at where we just were, which is just a list of leads, we've got the current stage over here that shows that information for these leads. And again, it's data. It's helpful. You can do things like show some charts that might shed some light on this kind of concept by looking at, say, the stages in a certain way. You know, here they are, helpful and so forth. But again, in terms of sort of making a meaningful list of leads, Microsoft has traditionally stuck with just this sort of row of data without any real ability to spruce this up, as it were. But now, what's interesting, and it's not that difficult to do, you can use web resources and views to show some interesting presentation. So here's the use of custom icons that actually have meaning with respect to the current stage, this option set that we've created. And each current stage has a specific icon that goes along with it, and it's presented in the view, which kind of just makes it a little more interesting and more interesting to look at, you know, in terms of. And also the other thing you can do is you can have tooltips. So for instance, the develop stage indicates validating feasibility, desirability, and viability. The execute is we act and then we learn. The sustain is supporting continued success, and so on. So you might wonder how this is done. Well, it starts with building little 16 by 16 pixel icons for each one of your values. And the code is downloadable from Microsoft. It's quite useful and simple. And that just looks like this. And it's a matter of you grab the user LCID, you take some row data out of it, and then you have the case, which is the value of the option set, not the label of the option set. And you show tooltips and you refer to the icon value. That's it. It's just that simple. You deploy that as a web resource for the actual in the view for the actual column. And you set the function. That's all there is to it. It's fun. A more recent innovation is the so-called PCF Control Framework. It goes a lot further than that. But this is just something that came along not that long ago, relatively speaking, and it's something you can do, and it spruces up some of your views. Hope that helps.